Hello, hello friends. I am Ajay Iqbal from RTC Institute of Technology, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering. So today's topic is to discuss about one of the videos which has been uploaded under NPTEL option in this WordPress site. So just let me show you that I have uploaded this video of interrelations between tool angles in my WordPress account under this NPTEL option. So as discussed, the topic was to discuss some of the important questions from this particular video. So I'm just beginning with to start with. I have to take the help of this slide now, this PowerPoint, this paint presentation. So the first topic which I want to discuss is the difference between this ORS system and NRS system. ORS system is this basically orthogonal rake system, and NRS system is normal rake system. So what's the basic difference between this ORS and NRS? So first of all, this figure will explain you the basic features of the orthogonal rake system. In this system we have to take three axes. The first axis is this axis parallel to this cutting plane, that is called, and the axis itself is called as the cutting plane, and the second axis is perpendicular to this cutting plane axis, that is called as the orthogonal plane, and the third axis will be longitudinal axis, that will be perpendicular to these two axes. So this diagram will explain the basic of this orthogonal rake system. And the basic difference with NRS system is that in this orthogonal rake system we have to take this cutting plane and orthogonal plane as perpendicular to each other. This orthogonal plane might not be perpendicular to the cutting edge actually, but in NRS system we have to tilt the orthogonal plane in such a way that it will be perpendicular to the cutting edge of the cutting tool. So this cutting tool, this is showing the top view of the cutting tool, and this is called the face of the cutting tool, and this is called the shank of the cutting tool. So these are the first difference between this orthogonal rake system and normal rake system. The second important topic I want to discuss about the inclination angle, because if you would see the video, you will not be able to differentiate between the rake angle and the inclination angle, because they might seem very related to each other, or actually they seem similar to they appear to be same. So the basic difference between the rake angle and inclination angle is that, suppose I am taking this front view of this tool, cutting tool. So the angle between this face, that is the top line of the face, and this parallel shank, these two are the faces of the shank. So the angle between the top face and the shank is called as the rake angle. So this is in the 2D, this is in the two-dimensional figure. But the inclination angle actually is the angle between the slope of the face and the shank. So the angle between the slope of the face and the shank is called the inclination angle, because the slope and the shank, it can be either they have no slope, they can be having the downward slope, and they can be having the upward slope. So if there is no slope, then inclination angle is 0, but if there is slope, then inclination angle value will be positive. But if there is no there is a downward inclination, means there is the inclination angle will be negative. So this is the basic difference between the rake angle and the inclination angle. And the third important thing I would like to discuss is about the need of this one second. The third basic difference is, just a second, hold. Yeah, the third basic difference is the purpose of the conversion of the tool angles. Why actually we need to convert this tool angle from ASA to ORS, ORS to NRS. So the actual purpose of conversion is that, first, suppose if you are going to present your paper in any of the conference outside the India, the people over there, they will be very familiar with this American Standard Association. But we Indian people, we basically used to work on this orthogonal rake system. So suppose I am going to present my paper over there, and I have used this ORS system throughout my project. So to explain my paper over there, I need to first convert my angles into this American Standard Association system, and then I need to explain my paper to them. So the first important thing I need is the to communicate geometry to others and follow different tool designation system. So the second important thing is to derive the benefit of the different systems. Suppose I want to use ASA system for some purpose, I want to use NRA system for some purpose, I want to use ORA system for some purpose. So I can use that, I can take the advantage of all these standards or all this system in my whole project. And the third important thing is the understanding geometry if expressed in a different system. Suppose if I have to use any of the tool nomenclature that has been explained is American Standard Association System, and I have to use this in NRS system. So basically what I would do is to convert all the angles which have been given in this ASA system into this NRS system, and I can use that particular values in my project. So here also I am taking the advantage of both NRS system and this ASA system. So these three are the important points which I'd like to discuss. I'd like to discuss about this, why we need actually this tool geometry system and what the importance of this tool geometry system. That's all for today. Thank you. Just wait. I have to go.